can you tell us who you are, what's your name, what you do here, and more about your occupation?
Okay. My name is David Wright. I am the Planning and Marketing Manager for the Gary Public Transportation Corporation. GPTC is the fixed route operator for most of Northwest Indiana. I've been here for about 12 years, and my job is planning and marketing person. My primary job is planning routes and facilities and trying to find money to keep us running.
Right.
Yes.
So what does that all entail? Can you tell us a little bit more about the processes and who you have to go through, et cetera?
Everything from the mundane to the actual significant. A lot of it does have to do with frequent reporting to the federal government, to the state government, to the Regional Planning Commission in Portage. There's a lot of grant writing involved. We just finished a cycle for 2025 and 2026 where we are providing them with our requests for funding for keeping the buses running and keeping people paid, but also for new service, new vehicles. We're hopefully going to be getting some new electric vehicles next year, and we're going to, looking at how to fund additional vehicles in the future. So, like I said, it's a big mix of mundane activities and things that are kind of significant. We are doing some things that haven't been done in Northwest Indiana ever. A rapid bus line, the electric buses I talked about before, green infrastructure. So it can be fun.
It can be fun.
Yes. I was born and raised in Gary. I went to school at Iowa State. I started off as an architecture student. Planning is a discipline that allows you to marry the creativity of a design field like architecture with a sense of a place, building up the areas around buildings and around people, and social justice, and making cities better. So that's essentially what a planner does, makes a community better. Sometimes it's transportation, sometimes it's landscaping and landscape architecture, sometimes it's city planning all together, sometimes it's civil engineering, roads and streets and sidewalks, but planners make communities better, plain and simple. I like the marriage of the design field and the improving my community. I went to school in the early 90s, and that was in the middle of Gary's decline, and I wanted to bring some of those skills back and make the city better. We try our best to work with the city's planning department to use their tools and our tools to make the community better. We've got a joint tactical urbanism idea. Tactical urbanism is a low cost, sometimes temporary, but sometimes not, improvement to make a community better. And we are working on some tactical urbanism improvements that will marry some of our needs, those needs in particular being pedestrian access at some bus stops downtown, with the city's need of creating a better environment overall for the downtown area to attract businesses. They've got their needs, we have our needs, and we've got a project that will hopefully put those together.
Nice. So it's kind of like putting the puzzle pieces together.
Yes, exactly. Especially when we've got certain puzzle pieces, other agencies have other puzzle pieces, and that way we can create a pretty picture. The Gary Public Transportation Corporation, we are a public corporation based on a late 70s Indiana state law. So we are not a city department, but we are a separate municipal corporation, kind of like the school board, the airport, the sanitary district. Yes, either a public or a private agency. Way back in the day, we've been here since before 1910. We have been the source of some of the earliest transit-oriented development in Northwest Indiana. If you went to Glen Park in around 45th and Broadway, that Morningside neighborhood, that was built right next to some of our old streetcar lines. We had streetcars up until the 1950s.